as well. I'm going to check and see if I got what we got going on. So Ireland, we have Ireland at, there we go. Ireland at 19. They're in control of this one, 19. Scotland at 7. Again, whoever possibly the winner of this game, if France were to lose to England, winner of this game wins the tournament. So we got Corbusier and Hightower in the thing. I want to talk a little bit about what I'm seeing from Ireland on their first phase. So like I'd say 2 of their 3 tries basically came down to plays like this. They are doing a phenomenal job, and I'm sure these are specific looks from Andy Farrow, where they're giving their first receiver like 3 or 4 different options or different potential ball runners to look at, or to potentially give the ball to. Fantastic, and it leaves so much uncertainty in the defensive head, and they don't know what's going on in that case. So yeah, you're looking at the replay here. And this is the first Irish try. And that's not even off the first. So they show them all look. They hit Balcune coming off of the wing on first phase. He sucks in a bunch of defenders. And then like off of the ruck, geez, that's a really interesting R. Off of the ruck, 9 has like all of these different options. All right. And then what he actually chooses is a wide option. Meanwhile, this wide option, now he's got a backline player coming back behind. All right, so balls come to here. Now he can hit this backline player out the back. And now, like, again, especially with a good first phase, you show Maul way back over here. Then you've got a good first phase. You've cut off a bunch of the defense and you've sucked a whole bunch of defenders in. And now with all of these options off of first phase, we'll go O's for these. Like, these defenders have to sit because, okay, he's defending ball. He's defending there. He's defending there. He's defending there. He's defending there. Now the ball goes out the back to this backline player. The next defender has to pinch in even again there too. Now he can make one more, and then this was that was 15, so that was Osborne here, and now he's just like free and through under the stick. So very, very good. They're also doing this a very similar look off of their fly half as well. So yeah, now they're showing the next one. The third Irish try. Very similar thing. It's just that it's off. It was first phase, and it was off of the fly half as well. So when the ball leaves, let's see. Let's reset this thing. Woohoo! A lot of erasing. All right, so on first phase here, we've got the ball is coming to 10, and 10 he's got all of these options. And then there's always somebody like lurking back here, looking to go out the back and stuff. If you're watching this right now, hi there. Hey, what's up? Can you hear the audio? We've had some issues with audio. I'd be really curious if you could let me know if you can hear me right now, because I had a trouble with audio before. But hi, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. You're seeing the balls here. This fly half has like so many options. And then a lot of the times they're hitting a middle or a wide option. And then off of that middle, it's usually the second from the wide option. You can hear me? Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not sure what was causing it. I had to restart the stream there at halftime. And they're usually hitting like a wider option. And then they've got one more coming off of them. And then they can go out the back to whoever this is looping. Sometimes it's a 10, 15, the weak side winger or whatever. All of these options are going to fix all of these defenders. And now all of a sudden they've got gaps to play into. Yeah, they're replaying that first Irish try again. It's just, there's so many options. On that first one off of the 9, and then that third one off of the fly half and it's just, that's so tough to defend. And you can suck every defender in. Eventually, now you've made an edge. Now you're gonna get a line break, gonna get a try. Really, really phenomenal stuff from the Irish attack. I would imagine Andy Farrell. There's just like little tweaks. You don't see like these massive changes, but what I'm seeing is different from the Irish team here is a lot of times they work with their little triangles. So they'll have their little groups of 3, and it's like a triangle. And then this is oftentimes like the 10 or somebody like a fly half, they'll be out the back. It seems like what they've done here is they flattened this, and sometimes it's even 4 options. So now that triangle, the way Ireland run that, and they a lot of times play their fly half out the back, it's very effective. But this is a little bit different look. this is going to spread the defense more, and it's a little clearer. Like in this, if they're triangled, in this triangle, we can commit here, 1, 1, 1 defensively, and if they see this looper coming, they can shoot off of this. When they go that wide flat, all of a sudden the gap between the defenders. Thank you. I appreciate the subscribe, dude. Appreciate it. All of a sudden with the defenders, now there's like an extra half meter, etc. between the defenders. And now, whereas in this tight triangle, like these inside guys, as soon as they see this pass go, they might be able to push and make this tackle here. Now, all of a sudden, with that wide flat, now there's not enough space for them to push. Even if they make the read, the space just got a little wider. They've got an extra 2 steps to take. Now, all of a sudden, that player's through the gap. So really interesting things from the Irish attack. Like I said, I think it's a little tweak on what they usually do. You've seen it for years. Johnny Sexton was an absolute master at that. Like those little out the back balls off of those triangle pods. And then he would make a good decision. A lot of times it'd be he just makes a quick transfer and hits the next man coming down off of that. But this has been a really interesting tweak from Ireland. I see it. These wide flat options that's wildly difficult to defend. The flip side of it is you've got to make great decisions and your pass have to be on point. Defenders, if they shoot it and they shoot it right and they make the right decision, they can really make a mess of that. And or on that wide pass, especially think if it goes to a first receiver. So if the first pass goes to the fly half wide, and then the second pass, we're looking for another wide one. If these defenders read it right, you do leave yourself vulnerable to a potential pickoff. So I'll be looking to see if Scotland does some more blitzing from that. Both teams, there have been some situations where they blitzed really well and killed some attack. Thank you. I appreciate the subs, dude. We're watching, I don't know, we probably got about 5 more minutes and we'll be into the second half here. But this match is on Peacock. This is the decider of the Six Nations. Maybe decider, like first of deciding weekend. So Scotland and Ireland are Scotland's tied for first, but then France are still in the driver's seat on the point differential. But basically, whoever wins this game, if France loses to England, they win the tournament. So this is a big one. But again, to the risk they're taking with this wide flat option, it's really good in attack and it's even tougher to defend. But wide pass, so defense can shoot. They take all this space on the first pass. Now on this second pass, if the read is right, again, a lot of times that second pass is wide too. If this defender makes the right read, that is a potential pick off and take it to the house. So I'm really interested to see if Scotland make an adjustment or if they take a risk, because from a scoreboard perspective, they're down 2 scores, 7-19. They need to make a play. One of the quickest ways possible in rugby to make a big play and have a big momentum swing is one of those pickoff tries. So if I were Scotland, if I were coaching this in the break, I would be saying, hey, on those, when they go to the fly half first receiver and they're looking to go wide on that, be looking to shoot that gap, be looking to go for a pick. It's a risk because the flip side is if you miss it, you're under pressure again. They're probably through the line. But Scotland down 12 points at halftime, like this is for all the marbles. I would say now would be this first 15 minutes of the second half. It's the perfect time to take that big risk, because if it pays off, hey, game on, we can still win this game. We can still win the whole tournament. I think a lot of times in any sport, rugby and rugby too, you got to think risk reward. What part of the game are we at? What's the payoff? What's right now? Ireland probably should, like, you would think they would be a little less risky with what they're doing, both in attack and defense. You'd think Scotland, they are in a position where, hey, we need momentum. We need to make things happen. So I'm really excited to see this. We got Hightower and Corbusiero in the booth. Again, I can't show any of the actual match while it's happening, and I can't have the audio. Otherwise, YouTube just flags it right away, and they'll kick me off, end the stream, etc. But I really enjoy this as a coach who's coached rugby a lot. It's been my full-time job for quite some time. I really love being able to break this stuff down, like kind of as it happens. So like, hey, there's a break in the game. Let's talk about what we just saw. The other thing, I mentioned it in the first half, going to mention it again. So Ireland, first try, really good 2-phase movement they bring Balcune off the wing. They give all those options to the scrum half. They hit an edge. They go out the back, all the like Osborne cut. Like it's They just fix everyone, and then their Osborne just comes through under the sticks. That second try with Sheehan, their hooker, again, we'll talk about a maul. This is phenomenal. So a maul is a really dynamic situation in rugby, and being able to recognize that, and it's like group movements as well. So it's not just like the one player. Now, Dan Sheehan's the one who scored the try, and he's the one who ultimately kind of made the read to dart over and get that try. But there's like group movement involved with that as well. So I'm going to show this on the board with that maul. What I'm seeing, so when I did it on the front end, I kind of made them as, but let's say I'm going to make this as just like a square, and then I'm going to section it off, because these are all, each of these individuals. So this is the middle of the maul. Let's just say, for illustration purposes, that each of those squares are players. All right. And now we've got Dan Sheehan back here with the ball. All right. So the ball's right back here. It's a good set maul at this point. They've flooded some backs in. So there's a lot of players involved in this right now. Now this thing starts to tip. So I'm going to use this center line, and I'm going to illustrate how this tips. So Scotland has, like, they get pressure coming like right here. All right. So now all of a sudden the center of the maul kind of tips like this, and Scotland all these guys kind of flow to this side. All right. Sheehan does this thing where he slides over here. So he moves the ball away from the pressure part here. I call a you. I'm not sure what that, I call a you, maybe a typo, not sure. But ball, so he does, like, the ball moves away from pressure. So pressure comes here. It kind of looks like it's falling apart. But Sheehan and these last couple of players, like, they just sort of pivot. They stay square and they pivot, and they keep this ball protected. And now all of a sudden there's nobody here for Scotland. And all Sheehan has to do is just break off right there. It's an awareness thing. And there's the second half kickoff right there. All right. So Ireland take it. Big tackle right off the bat from Darcy Graham. So mauls, very dynamic situations. Teams that can do them well, they're an absolute weapon. So Ireland playing in their own 22. It looks like Gibson Park setting up for the box kick here. We're going to finish this coffee. Then I think it's time for a spotted cow. Yum. Oh, Scotland. Was that? Oh, Finn Russell, show and go. Gosh, he's magic. Smashes into Gibson Park. Let's go. I'm guessing you're saying you followed you. If you did, some subbed or something, I really appreciate it. We got a knock advantage now to Ireland. What are they going to do with that? Yeah, and then right there, you just saw Ireland had more of their standard, like, diamond, like triangle diamond pod. That is interesting. I'm wondering if that is just a random, but that's normally what they do, is that nice little tight triangle pod. Like we said, in this first half, it seemed like there was a lot flatter and more space, and sometimes they were even giving 4 options off of that scrum half for that first receiver. Be interesting to see if they tweak it back and they go to that more standard, like what you usually see out of Ireland with that nice tight pod. So Scotland put a box kick up, did not get much territory with that. I think we got a knock advantage, and Ireland come up, the ball's in touch. That's going to come back for the scrum. So again, yeah, the standard, what Ireland has done for at least 10 years here, Joe Schmidt before as well, is if this is the ruck, all right, their forwards are pretty tight. I mean, sometimes the pass may be a little bit longer, but this forward pod, like, these guys are tight. Like, I oftentimes coach, so if the ball's coming in this direction, I often coach, like, I want width with that tips man. I want him to be wide because, one, he pulls the defenders more, and now he's got, like, there's just more gap. The way Ireland do it is these nice tight, like these tight little pods, but then they've always got this fly half right here, and a lot of times, sometimes he'll carry, sometimes he'll hit the tips man, sometimes he'll go back in, side even, but they're always ready to pull that out the back to that fly half right there. Osborne takes, so Ireland attacking. Nope, we got a knock on from Ireland. So Scotland have this. We are at 42 right there. Bit of a mess. Oh, he's going to call a penalty then. Okay, so Scottish penalty, but just outside their own 22 there. All right. Subscribe. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. I love coaching rugby. I love watching rugby. I like sharing my knowledge a little bit with this. So, Russell kicks it to touch. There we go. So I think we're gonna have I'm curious what the penalty call was because it was a knock on, and then he switched. Oh, McCluskey just shoved a dude. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. McCluskey just shoved him off. Like, you can't do that. He played a man without the ball. You definitely can't do that. So it is 43-30 right now. So 3.5 minutes into the second half. Scotland, really, really good line out. They throw way deep to the line out. Tui Pelotu crashes it up. Ireland, like, they blitz and make a mess out of that next phase. That's really, really good blitz from the Irish defense. Like, they took them back 15 meters right there. It's like making a good decision on when to blitz defensively. You can do all sorts of beautiful things. Like, it's very difficult if the defender is straight up in you. If you're catching a ball and you can already feel the pressure, like, good luck. Like, you're much more likely to make mistakes. You're also just you're tentative. Your body tenses up. Suddenly you become less dynamic. Even if you just barely have the time to make that pass or whatever, if you're already feeling the pressure, of course, your body's going to ready itself for contact, and you're going to tense up a little bit. And you're probably not going to be able to be quite so dynamic there. Scotland played out the back. They're still playing with this. They're back right around midfield. Tui Pelotu gets him across. Man, he's looked good. It's been a good battle between him and McCluskey. McCluskey's had an absolute slammer of a game so far in the first half, but Tui Pelotu has not played poorly either. All right, so Scotland, they pick up another 10. They're inside the Irish 10-meter line now, about 30 and change out. Oh, I think Ireland got the turnover there. No, never mind, not quite. So Scotland are playing off the right sideline. Touch line. Geez, what am I doing? Touch line. It's a touch line in rugby. All right, this has been a pretty good good series of like spell of play for Scotland. They've chipped away. They've had these like little. They've not been full on line breaks, but they've been really positive phases, and so they picked up a lot of meters. No, you can't have your hands in there. Ireland are just outside the 22 now, or no, sorry, Scotland are just outside the 22, and it looks like Ireland just made the poach there. Story of this game, like, Ireland has come up. They have made some absolutely huge turnovers, like right around their own defending 22. That huge, like, Ireland have come up absolutely massive at the breakdown, and like they've really been opportunistic about making turnovers here. So Gibson Park's just readying here for a box kick from his own 22, takes a step or two sideways. We're at 46 minutes. So again, I like to say, I say the time, because then if you're watching this on the replay of the match, you can sync up what I'm saying and what I'm drawing up on the board with where the match actually is on the replay. Is it tag burn? Yeah, tag burn, man. He's been a monster. I was in the chat on Monday night when I go live. We were talking about team of the tournament, and I said in the locks, like, Charles Olivon, maybe you could even make a case for both of the French locks. I think I overlooked tag burn there. I think if I was doing this now, I would probably say Olivon and Burn would be the locks, who have just absolutely been massive all Six Nations. Oh, Scotland just a little bit sloppy. They still come up with it. Okay. What are we doing? That's messy, but Scotland have still retained ball. They're playing just inside their half right now. What's he going to do? He's going to play a phase. I feel like they're going to set it. We are good. Heck yeah. All right, let's go. Box kick coming here. Let's see if we can get under. I think that he's had a one or two where they've either been too far or not quite far enough, and they haven't gotten pressured. Great take from Balcouni. Yeah, Ireland back with the ball, looking solid. Like, Ireland I don't want to say they're in a position where they can squeeze this game yet, but they're playing from the front, and they're being able to play with a lead is an absolutely critical skill for a rugby team. Good work from Scotland. That was like a 50-50, and the Scottish player like slapped it back. Darcy Graham. Okay, well inside the Irish half, like inside the Irish 10. That was a great carry from Darcy Graham. If you go back and watch this, we are at 48 right now. If you go back and watch that, the footwork on Darcy Graham on that one is really good. Good blitz from Balcone, taking away the wide option right there. Scotland loves to run that, do the little scrum half draw, and then like to have a crashing forward. So Scotland have penalty advantage here. Let's see what they do with it. Goes back out to Darcy Graham. They're going to play with this. Now, is he coming back already? He's coming back already. Whew, all right, let's go 48-30 right now. Penalty is going to be, it looks like, along the left sideline. Great opportunity. Yeah, they're replaying that. They call a high. Do you call that high, or what's the call on that? High tackle? Yeah. Yeah. Spotted cow, only in Wisconsin. Spotted cow, only in Wisconsin. The good stuff. Again, shout out to Badger Kings Rugby, my guy Rizzo. He is my actual sponsor. He's helping out with a bunch of stuff on this. Spotted cow is just only in Wisconsin. I'm interested to see if they review this. No, they're just saying straight high tackle, no card, no nothing. Russell bangs that into the left corner. So, okay, another huge opportunity for Scotland. They're like less than 10 meters from the Irish line. This is a big opportunity. They get a try here. This is game on. Ireland has snuffed a couple of these out already. They go set a normal maul. Nothing tricky. You know, we saw them try and do the little off center maul in the first half, and Ireland did a great job of turning that over. Doesn't really need to go anywhere. They play away. Tuipulotu with the carry. Okay. Scotland are about 7 meters out here. Let's see what we got going on. Again, my main thing is I want to see a good rugby game. Thus far, this has been a pretty good rugby game. They got penalty advantage now. Okay. Penalty advantage to Scotland. Let's see what they do with this. Now it's time to play with the ball. Once you get great turnover by Ireland, but we'll come back for the advantage. Great. Are you loving me? I love the fact that you're here and supporting me. Oh, Tag Burn. He's cut. Oh man, Tag Burn is bloody. He is bleeding all over. Ugh. Oof. That looks ugly. They'll probably just strap him up and he'll stay out there. Oh man. So yeah, time is off. It is at 50-22. Interesting time. A 50-22 in rugby. We know if you kick it from behind the 50, it lands in, goes to touch dead within the 22. You retain possession. That is an interesting time for Tag Burn's coming off. They're gonna deal with that. They'll call that a blood sub. He's running into the tunnel. He's gonna get all strapped up. So who's gonna be blood replacement? Derek Murray. Okay. He looks like a young fella. He looks keen, man. So Scotland have a penalty like 7-8 meters out right in front of the sticks. They're going to tap and go. Again, you're seeing a lot of teams go for 5-pointers. Oh, they just did kind of that little Wales look where they run the out the back option off of the 9. That's nice. So Scotland are like 2 meters away right now. This will be absolutely huge if they can get the try here. These are these possessions where like they end up, you know, it's 30 minutes before the game's over, whatever, but these can be defining possessions in the game. Ireland has thus far come up absolutely massive defensively in this zone. You know, I'd say the difference, when I was, you know, trying to make predictions beforehand, I said like Ireland, they're at home, their forward pack's a little better. The defensive stops they've made have been in the forward pack mostly. They've looked a little better in attack, clearly with the scoreline, but their forward pack has just had a couple of these massive defensive stands or turnovers within their own 22, and it looks like they might be about to do another one. Oh no, my stream froze. Tell me what's going on. Come on. Unfreeze stream. Why you do that? Oh no, come on. Okay, Scotland are still playing. Oh, whew. I almost freaked out there. I almost freaked out. No, why'd you pause again? What's going on here? What's going on? Peacock, Peacock, help me. Help me, Peacock. Scotland are like knocking on the door. Okay, all right, we're back. 5 meters out. Oh man, come on. It's like cutting in and out. Like it goes, it stalls, it goes, it stalls. Oh man, come on, come on. What's going on? We're stalled again. Scotland have been at 5 meters for several phases right now, more than several phases. This has got to be, if they still got it, it's been like a 10 phase sort of sequence. They still got it. Man, this thing's like cutting. It like pauses plays. They're still playing. Okay, we are at 50. So this is gonna, now they go wide. Finn Russell. Oh, yes. Yes. Great dummy and go from Finn Russell. Okay, so again, I don't know how this ends up sinking out. Scotland scored. Thank you, Dick. Yeah, I know. I got it. What's up? What's up, Dick? Good to have you back, man. Yeah, I'm like freaking out. So it's at 50. I'll be interested to see. It's 52. This is a great dummy and go from Finn Russell. Like 52-18, it looks like, right about where the try is scored. But great dummy, like keeps the ball in two hands as he approaches the line. So that's going to isolate that defender. Man, what is going on with my internet? They're in the replay has stalled here now. So I don't know. Peacock, please help me, Peacock. Anyway, yeah, great work. I'm trying to coach up young players too. I always tell them, as you approach the line, like two hands. Honestly, he does a great job. He's still coming. I mean, he ends up getting between the two defenders. Think about it. When I'm approaching the defense and I'm like this, now the next defender, either the next couple defenders, oftentimes either side of my primary defender, they have to sit and stay with their man because, like, hey, I could pass to their man. As soon as I get to here, I'm committed. It's going to take me a while to move this ball back away and make the pass. As you're approaching the line, two hands right at the last second, as we commit to contact, that ball transition back up to the rib cage. Now I could right before contact. We don't want to just catch it and come right here and take 10 steps running at the defense. Because if I'm the defense, I'm going to send 2 or 3 guys at you and we're going to bowl you over. Russell with the conversion, slots it. Nice. Okay, game on. 1914. 1914. Everything to play for. All right, here's a replay. Yeah, it's just a simple 2 hands dummy. And then he ends up going between Sheehan and Gibson Park. They both end up kind of like tackling him into the try zone. I'm cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. Ireland, this is gut check time. So Scotland 14, Ireland 19. Let's see. Game on. 14. Again, I have had to learn how to write backwards. There it is. Scotland 14. You can just barely see that. It's a little small. Scotland 14, Ireland 19. Good enough. Good enough. Yeah, that looks okay. It's readable from what I can tell. No, keeping that with the ball in 2 hands thing, the extra Timoney. Okay, so Timoney's on. So now, yeah, we're 53, 55 right now. You're starting to see subs roll in. Ball in 2 hands, you're going to freeze the extra defenders, and it just keeps the uncertainty in the other defenders. Good line out from Ireland. So Ireland line out, 45 away. Same thing where they give like 4 different options off of that first receiver. That's phenomenal. Wow. Just so many options. I'd really be interested. It is like just a slightly different, it's like a tweak of the look that Ireland usually do. Now that that's a tight pod there. Yeah, I would like to dig into now. Then that was a wider look. Yeah, this has definitely been, and I'm pretty sure, unless I haven't been noticing this all tournament, this is just like a nice little tweak from the Irish attack, and it just gives another option. So they're inside the Scottish 22 right now. We are at 54, 55. Oh, coming down the left sideline. 55 minutes in right there. 55 in. Gibson Park looks like he's got options both ways. Taking his time. talking to the referee. He's complaining. He's trying to draw a penalty, saying that guy's not rolling out. That guy's way stuck in that ruck, like way stuck in that ruck. Goes back short side. Good double tackle from Scotland. Double tackles, dominant tackles. What are they doing? What are they doing? Let's go. It's a little bit high. Okay, 5 meters out for Scotland, or sorry, for Ireland in the Scotland zone. Again, there's been a lot of there's been some of these. Oh, and then again, they're giving so many options for Gibbs, either off a 9 or off of the 10. I'm really loving this from as someone who loves to think about attacking and defensive systems in rugby. It's really cool to see all of those options for the halfback. Oh, did he get it? I think he got it. Pressure turns into points. Who is that? Who gets that? That's a huge response from Ireland. Absolutely massive response. Is that the young fella? No, that's Kalen Doris. No, I was going to say that looks like they said Kalen Doris, but I think that's Murray, that young fella who came in for the blood sub. Yeah, no, that's they got that wrong. Yeah. Good Dara Murray. I think that's his first try. Again, he looks young as heck. I don't know that name. That could very well be, this could be a debut try for him. Yeah, and he is just on as a blood sub for Tag Byrne. What a massive score. What a massive score. Yeah, the announcers got that right. Like the graphics said it was Kalen Doris, and I was like, no, that's that young fella. Wow, that's awesome. What a response from Ireland. And then Crawley knocks it through. There we go. Okay, so 26-14. So we're back to the same margin. So Scotland, huge try, long, a bunch of phases. That was like 10, that was well over 10 phases for Scotland to try to score. Good simple step and score from Murray. What a moment for the young fella. All right, so we're at 26-14 here, Ireland. That's Kalen Doris taking the restart right there. 26. Oh man, that's 26. Yeah. You can see it. It's not very clear. I don't like it. All right. Scotland have the ball at midfield. We're going to redo that one right there. I didn't like the look of it. Russell out the back. Hold on. Dummy. Go. Tui Pelotu. Good pop off the ground. Oh, that's knocked backwards by Ireland. I think that's going to come back for the scrum. Yeah, he's got like scrum advantage. Man, Darcy Graham is just running great lines in this game. Love it. You're in Roblox? I'm not a Roblox, bro. Sorry. I don't Roblox. Oh, Stained on the left sideline. Big breakaway. Sideline to sideline there from Scotland. That would scrum advantage is definitely over. Definitely over there. So 20. I always got to think about this writing it backwards. 26. 26. Okay, that looks slightly better. Russell. Who we got? Now we got Graham there on the right wing. So Scotland are here within the Irish 22. I mean, are they going to respond and get another try? This is again where the Ireland playing from ahead. This is massive because they've got a 2-score advantage. They give one up, they get one back. We're back to a 2-score advantage. Like that ability to play from ahead, like just a margin of safety. There's confidence in that, and then ultimately the clock's your friend at this point. I mean, there's about 21 minutes left. We're at 59-10 right now. All right, but like I don't know, a lot could happen, but same thing. So Scotland here are again within the 22. There's very much something to be said for a team that is comfortable playing with a lead. And thus far, Ireland has looked comfortable playing with a lead. Good little tips ball from Russell to his hooker Ashman. Haven't really gained much as far as meters here though. They've been hanging out in the deep in the 22. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a half break. Okay, little half break. So they're about 12 meters out. Russell looks for the skip, but then sucks it back in and hits the short man. Decent ball retention from Scotland, but again, this Irish pack, like their ability to defend. And Neville spoke too soon. There's a try, Scotland. Who's that? Is that Darge? No. Who's at 7? Who's that? Great last pass right there. Yeah, no, that is Rory Darge. Yep. Yeah, I want to see the replay on this. So we're at 60-25 right now. 60-25. So yeah, okay, no, they're going back for the break. So again, that's a big break with Stain down. I want to see that. So then the offload to Russell. He looks long but goes short. Just like perfect little tips pass. Who made that pass? I think that was a lock who made that last tips pass. Yeah, it was like a lock to a flanker. What an absolutely beautiful series of ball movement. Lock. Oh, that last transfer from Scotland was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This is forwards. You don't need to be able to throw skip passes to kick the ball, whatever. If you can catch and pass under pressure, you are way more valuable under attack. That is a perfect example. Ireland defended there for quite some time. That was a long series of phases inside the Irish 22 for Scotland. And eventually it goes 9 to a big forward who just catch pass and like straight across. Like if he had any hesitation on that, he's going backwards. Instead, he has the soft skills and he makes like a nice clean transfer. You don't see that often where it goes scrum hat forward. So 3 passes, 3 different forwards touch the ball, and Tag Burn is back on. Man, he's got blood like everywhere right now. He's back on. So his replacement, the young fella, scores a try, does his job. He's back off. So we're back to a 1-score game, 26 Ireland, 21 Scotland. Forwards, if you have those soft skills, if you can catch pass under pressure, you're way more valuable. Like ultimately your job is to be physical, to set piece, to play defense, to win gain line, to absorb contact points. But in attack, I know most forwards, we want to run with the ball. In America, it's why so many like football linemen get so excited about rugby, is because they finally get to run with the ball. If you can have that little soft skill where you can catch pass under pressure, man, you just made your team better and you made yourself as a player way more valuable. Fantastic work from the Scottish forwards right there. And Ireland are right back into it. I mean, now they're within the Scottish 22 again. So we can see they answered off of the last one. If they can answer again, like, I don't know what Scotland are to do about this, but we're at 21-26. Gibson Park gets bundled back. Ireland still has the ball here. They're about 15 meters out. You love YouTube. I love YouTube too, man. This is fun. I really enjoyed these. I'm going to miss it with the Six Nations being done. So I got to go away. I will not. The next game is Wales versus Italy. And I've been saying how good Italy is all tournament since before the tournament, etc. I've got to go away for that. I got a family event during that. I'm going to try and do that one maybe tonight or tomorrow. But then for the finale, that Le Crunch, France versus England, the last game of the day, which is at 3 p.m. I'm going to be back on for that, doing that one live as well. So that was a great turnout. So huge defensive stand. It looks like Scotland got the stop there. 20. Always got to think about this. 21. Scotland 21, Ireland 26. That's where we're at. Yep. Yeah, so they keep putting up this as it stands. So if this result holds, Ireland will be top of the Six Nations with 19 points. Scotland will get the bonus point in this situation right now. So that put them 1 above France. Oh man. So what do we got? About 17 minutes to go. They've got a stoppage. It's 63-21 currently on the clock. It's going to be Scotland just made a big defensive stand inside their own 22. Oh, it looks like we got a replacement scrum half here. I think I missed a sub somewhere, but it looks like we got a new scrum half for Scotland. Let's see what we can do with this. So Scotland score, Ireland answers. Scotland scores again. Let's see. Now they make a big stop. Ireland was knocking on the door right there, but that was a huge stop from Scotland. Tui Pelotu, man, that's a great carry. Great first phase carry. Gets a good 10 meters. Yeah, okay, so now they're showing a couple of Irish replacements. Scotland are basically right on their 22. Yeah, so George Horn is in for Ben White. Yep, that's it. That's what I thought. I was like, that's a new George Horn. Haven't seen him so much in a while. That's good. Box kick goes deep downfield. Balcune to Osborne it's his opposite winger. Is that O'Brien? Oh, man. Good skip pass across all the way across to his outside center there. Good ball movement from the Irish. They're up at midfield now. And this is the game's living up to a billing. You can see neither of these teams has any quit in them. Both of them are playing ball. Like they're looking to play with ball in hand. I love to see that. Like nobody's gone. Especially you think Ireland, they've got a 2-score lead. They could kind of suck it in. They could play conservative. No, they're still playing rugby with this. Counter ruck coming here from Scotland. I think Ireland still have got it. That's a mess. Nope. Yep. Gibson Park. He's gonna kick that. So box kick from midfield from Gibson Park. Great work. I think was that Osborne. Won back by the Irish. Nope, but then out of bounds. So that was Kinghorn against Tommy O'Brien, that winger there. Great job winning that ball in the air. Just happens to tap it backwards. So we got a stoppage again. Okay, bunch of subs coming in. Bunch of forward subs now. Clock is stopped at 65 minutes. Looks like we got more forward subs on. Sheehan, Kelleher's on for Sheehan. Yep, whole new front row. So Ireland just brought the whole front row. Perfect. I mean, time to do it. 15 minutes left in the game. Put those big fellows out there with the fresh legs. Irish front rows played a pretty good game here today. Let's see if the subs can match them. So Scotland goes with a maul off of that line out there from their own 10. Let's see. Okay, little something. I think it looks like he's got a box kick ready to come off of this. Okay, and so Darren Murray is back on as well. Aki is in for Ring Rose. Okay, first time. Balcune is off. Okay, Frawley is on for Balcune. So I think this is the first time we're seeing Bundy Aki here in the Six Nations. You know that he got was suspended, so he's got ball in hand right there down the right sideline as well. Bundy Aki got suspended for basically being too critical of a referee, which fair. Can't abuse the referee. And that is what gave Stuart McCluskey this massive opportunity that he has grabbed a hold of with both hands. So interesting to see. Well, I'm a little bit surprised. I feel like Balcune's been fantastic pretty much since he's been on the field, all Six Nations. I'm a little surprised with that one, that substitution. You know, the back line, a lot of times we're less likely to make substitutes. If the back line, if it's going well, to be fair, there's just so much less contact points for backline players, generally speaking. They're not in the scrums. So backline players are often like playing 80 minutes is a lot less of a difficulty for a backline player. So I'm a little surprised that Balcune is getting pulled. I feel like he's played a good game. But hey, I'm not Andy Farrell. Andy Farrell can do what he wants. He's a better coach than I am. So Scotland under a little pressure here inside their own 22. It looks like they're going to send the box kick back. Oh, charge down. Oh, but he picks it up again. George Horn to Russell. Russell's going to hoof that downfield. Really good reaction there from George Horn. Okay, and that's Frawley, I think. That's that replacement winger who picks it up. So now Ireland are attacking. Oh, just gets it away. Just gets it away. Ireland are attacking about 30 meters out. Good dominant tackle from Scotland. We're at 67:15 on the clock. Now, yeah, see, we're back to that tight pod like that traditional Irish, like the tight pod formation, like that tight little V with the back line. Usually it's like the 10 or the 12 is that out the back option. But yeah, you can see Crowley, like he creeps up with them and then he pulls out. Bundy Aki gets a little bit of gain line. They're just inside the 22. Oh, great offload. I think that's going to be it. Osborne. No, yes, no, that's O'Brien. O'Brien with the try. Great extra pass from Ireland. That might do it. We're back to a 2-score game. That might be the one that kind of puts Ireland over the edge right there. Great offload. I want to see the buildup here because this is Bundy Aki gets gain line, and then they go carry offload, carry offload. This is really good attacking rugby. So Bundy Aki gets it out the back off of the forward pod. He gets gain line. They go quickly. Great draw and pass from Crawley. Yeah, and he hits. I can see if that was McCluskey or Osborne who makes the last pass. No, it's Frawley. It's the opposite winger. So it's winger to winger, it looks like. Wow. Man, Crawley has been an absolute revelation for Ireland. Their whole Six Nations has turned around once he got inserted for Prendergast in that second game against Italy. And once again, he just proves himself. Like, takes the ball right to the line, makes a perfectly timed little pop pass right as he gets hit. All right. And then I think that that was the other winger, Frawley, taking that off of him. Great body control in the tackle, makes the last pass. Yeah, like just a simple unders line. Yeah, this one we can draw this up because this is Rugby 101. This is really simple stuff. So we got Ireland at 20-33. All right, we're going to draw that one up because this is, I think this is illustrative, and you can see how there's like a little bit of a change in direction in what the players are doing here. And it's nothing fancy about this. It's just good fundamental rugby. So like the flow of play is going this way. So we've got the ruck here, and you've got these Irish players. They're moving in this direction. So there you've got your Crawley, your fly half, and he's got two wingers off of him. And they're all kind of like sliding in this direction before they get the ball. All right. They're all sliding in this direction. Pass goes. Crawley's got the ball here. All right. And these guys he fixes this defender and he just runs this unders line. It's just a little like square change of direction. So they're showing. So you think about this. Now the defense is drifting. Defense is going that same direction, like away. They're seeing these guys are drifting. They need to drift with them to stay marked on them well. But it's just great work from Crawley. Just takes the ball, straightens, and then they go, and you can see how the gap goes, and it gets smaller. And then there's his winger. There's this little pass goes, and then he runs the unders line, and he's through. Like, it's great work, just a small, itty-bitty little change in direction. But they're showing drift. They're showing they want width. And then all of a sudden, they come back to the unders line, and now they're running in a gap rather than a defender. Because, to be fair, he's tackled, but he's running into enough of a gap that his hands are free, and he can make that last offload, and he puts the man away for the try. That is a great, simple play from Ireland. Nothing fancy about it. They're showing a drifty look. And then once the ball goes to hand, he straightens and they run that unders line off of him. And now they're running into gaps. And now you're putting a man away for a try. Whew. I think Ireland got this one. So we're at 70 minutes, 45 seconds right now. Ireland 33, Scotland 21. Now I think Ireland could go into like where they can squeeze this game. Now they've got a line out just outside the Scottish 22 here. Good line out win there. I think that's Conan goes up. He's playing 6 today. They're mauling this. Ireland just want to maintain possession. And in this zone of the field right now, all they need to do is maintain possession and let that clock be their friend. Man, I don't even want to like look at good tips pass. Bundy Aki gets again. Bundy Aki winning gain line. That's been good. Like immediately when he has come in, you see the difference he makes as a ball carrier and his ability to get gain line. Okay, so Ireland are well within the 22 here. They're about probably 12 meters out. 33, geez. Man, drawing numbers backwards is a little bit hard. Yeah, 33, looks like it. They've got advantage as well. Yep, they play with the advantage, let the clock work. Now you take the points, I would say. So this would turn it into a 3-score game. This I don't see why you wouldn't take the points here. This is 72 minutes right now. All right. You take the points here all day long. It's just outside the left. Yeah, this should be a bit of a chip shot for Crawley. He's going to take all his time, let the clock go. He's going to slot this. Now it's a 15-point game. Scotland would have to score 3 times in 7 minutes. I just don't see that happening at this point. Yep. So this is the first shot at goal we're seeing all game. Again, I've mentioned this repeatedly. Note how many more of these teams in the Six Nations are not taking those 3-pointers and they're going for tries. But look at, this is a situation, recognition of where they are in the game. This is absolutely where you would take that point. It's an easy kick. You can get a whole nother minute come off the clock with the advantage and then taking your time to kick. He didn't use the whole shot clock. I'm kind of surprised. Slots it though. So 3-score game. And then now all of a sudden you go, the difference between 12 and 15 is absolutely massive. it's very conceivable that a team could score quickly and then score quickly again. Being able to score quickly and score quickly and score quickly, like try, very doable. It's tough at high levels, but it's doable. But to be able to go score in rapid succession, that is really tough. Scotland get a penalty there right off that shortly off that restart, so they're gonna have to play this quick. We're gonna update the scoreboard. Finn Russell's gonna kick this into the corner. All right. Well, if Scotland are going to have a shot, so what are they saying for player of the match? They're saying Stain is the one. McCluskey, Crawley, Kalen Doris. I would say McCluskey, man. He has been an absolute beast, but I would say you could give it to Crawley too. 36. Yeah, I would. I mean, I've become a massive. I was always kind of like Stuart McCluskey being an Ulster guy. And he's been behind Bundy Aki for all this time. But, man, has he been an absolute monster all Six Nations and in this game as well. Okay, Scotland with the maul. Let's see what they can do. If they can get a score here pretty quickly, this is still conceivable. Man, they're throwing everyone in this maul. It's marching forward about 5 meters out. It's getting messy. Where's the ball? I think Ireland have this tied up. I think that's going to be a scrum to Ireland. Is it coming? Nope. Ball's free, though. Scotland still have it, so they're about 3 meters out. Ooh, referee. I'm kind of surprised that Luke Pearce did not blow that up right away and say that, no, that's not available. But he said it was available for Scotland. Really good work from Horn to actually to dig that out and make it obvious that ball is available. He makes a little dart. Again, Ireland, the clock is their friend. We got 5 minutes left in this game. The clock is Ireland's friend right now. Even if Scotland can get a score here, if you just make them work and make them take as much time off the clock as possible, you're just going to keep that gap to just too wide. Okay. Hit up. Another hit up. Yeah, they're 5 meters out. But again, they're just running into a wall. Like there's pressure here. But again, the Irish defense is just making them work. They've given up 3 tries, but like Scotland have had to work for it. And to be fair, Ireland have had a number of really good stops within their own 22. If Ireland hold on and win this one, I'm going to like the reason for this is the defensive stands from this Irish pack. They've come up with timely turnovers. They've made Scotland work really hard for the tries they've gotten. Even now, like another minute just went off the clock. We're at just past 67 or 76. Sorry. Russell out the back with a little show and go. They're still 5 meters away. Like Scotland are fighting. It's just Ireland is making them work so hard for this. And like the clock keeps going. Ashman with the crash ball. Now they're about 2 meters out. Again, like clock is Ireland's friend. So we're at 70. Nope. And then they win the penalty. Game. That's essentially the game. 76-33. Ireland just like that's just graft. That's graft. That's great off-ball movement. That's great go forward defensively. Ireland forward pack, like they have made so many good defensive stands in their own 22 this game. That's been the huge difference maker as far as I'm concerned in this game. And that's why Ireland are going to win this. Yeah, I think it's just a simple not releasing. Is it tag burn? That's just phenomenal work. That's just phenomenal work from the Irish pack. Again, like they just do not quit defending. They keep defending. Bundy Aki is jacked. Oh, the Scottish fans. The Scottish fans are they were so close. This has been as in a Six Nations as Scotland have been in like decade plus, like right down to the wire. And they're bringing Jameson Gibson Park off here at the end. Good call. This game is essentially over. Ireland can ice it. They've got their own line out. We're at 77-25. Ireland can have a little fun. Oh, there we go. Offload. Osborne to the winger. Oh, the charge down. Scotland charged down the kick, but then they get taken into touch. Yep. That's going to be up. Ireland were looking to play with that off of first phase. I like it. I like it. I want to see running attacking rugby. It's in the bag now at this point with a 3-score game and just a couple minutes left. And now they're going to have another line out in their own territory, but they've got the ball. Like, they can take their time with the line out. The clock is their friend. We're just over 78 minutes here, 78:05 right now. So Ireland looking to ice this match. They could have fun with this even at this point. Like, they could, even if Scotland score, doesn't matter. Ireland maul. Oh, and then they pull out of the maul. Tag burn, carrying that up. Good double tackle from Scotland. Looking to set up the box kick here. Craig Casey, the replacement scrum half, puts a high ball in. Good competition in the air. Scotland come down with it. Big, massive tackle from, again, they're like committing the extra guy to the tackle. It just ends up taking, the tackle takes longer and there's immediate pressure. You can't play quick off of that ruck. What are these? Why would you set up for box kick? No, you got to play with the ball in hand right here. Scotland, Scotland getting a bonus point try actually could be a big deal as far as how they finish in the final standings here. So Scotland still kind of have a lot to play for if they can get a 4th try and get that bonus point. Now, all of a sudden, they are a point above France. And if France were to lose to England and not get a bonus point, okay, now all of a sudden Scotland finishes 2nd instead of 3rd. So this is great to see, like, the tournament itself come down to the final day like this. I'll be interested to see if are Scotland just going to go and play for this bonus point, because they absolutely should. Russell, skip past. Oh, Tui Pelotu just knocks it on. I think that's going to be another try. Tommy Osborne in at the corner. Oh, that's a tough one. Tough one for Scotland. It's a party in Ireland. It is a party in Dublin there. And that's Andy Farrell, first smile I've seen of the game. That's it. Oh, it's tough. Scotland were trying to play for that bonus point. It's the first really, really big mistake Tui Pelotu's made all day. Like, Russell goes skip pass straight out to him. He just doinks it. And O'Brien picks it up and scampers in. Yeah, they're replaying it. Yeah, Tui Pelotu, just like, the pass was good. He just dropped it. And Tommy O'Brien beats him to the corner. Oh, tough finish for Scotland. Happy days in Dublin. This game, they're at 41-21 and they've got the kick and then the game's over. This game was closer and more of a battle than this final scoreline ends up showing. But all credit to Ireland. Let's see, Crowley, he slots it. Absolutely slots it from the touchline. What a finish. So Ireland 43. That ends up 40. Hold on, 43, 44. Hold on. Let me see. Let me double check on what that score was. So it's 6. It should be 43, I believe. 43 to Ireland. Always got to do the backwards. Ireland 43, Scotland 21. Wow. Yeah, that match was a lot closer than that final scoreline shows. A lot of good stuff and effort. Again, we often say the forward pack decide the backs decide what the margin is. The forward pack decides who wins the game. The Irish forward pack won that game. They were more physical. They made, defensively in particular, so many big defensive stands from the Irish. The opportunities, I would say, were about equal for the teams as far as territory, as far as good possession inside the opposing 22. The difference was the Irish defense, and in particular their forward pack with their work rate and some dominant tackles and stuff, and just making it really hard on Scotland. Even though you'd think with the possession and the territory, like Scotland have them under pressure, they put the pressure back on a lot of those phases. And then all of a sudden, eventually they get the turnover ball, they get out of jail, they don't give up the points. Win for the Irish forward pack as far as I'm concerned. So that should move Ireland to the top of the standings. So if England were to beat France, Ireland are going to be Six Nations champions. I'll be interested to see this. This sets up this last game of the day as like massive. Peacock's giving me ads now. I want to see who the man of the match is, for goodness sakes. Man, I barely got to my spotted cow here. Oh, huge win for Ireland. Again, much closer game than the final scoreline shows you. They doubled them up +1. it was a much closer game than that. A lot of, especially in that second half, like 2-score game at halftime. Scotland score, Ireland answers. Scotland score, Ireland answers. Ireland put it away. Absolutely fantastic match. Love to see it. I'm going to stay on just until we get like the interviews and the man of the match, and then we'll get out of here. Again, I'm on every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We talk rugby, get going with it a little bit. We've hit the Six Nations all throughout it, so it'll be a big topic of conversation. But we also talk a lot of American rugby. I talk some about my experience as a coach. We talk some American college rugby and stuff. But this has been a bunch of fun for today. Again, I've got to step away for Wales, Italy. I'm going to do my best to not. So I'm going to stay off the group chats and everything. So hopefully I don't see what happens in that Wales Italy game. I would like to hopefully tonight after the baby goes to sleep. And then we're getting a massive snowstorm coming here in Wisconsin. When that's going on between tonight or tomorrow, I'll probably watch the replay for the first time and do commentary of that Italy-Wales match replay. Awesome opportunity for Italy. They're going for their third win. They've never won 3 matches in the Six Nations. I've been saying since before the tournament that this Italy team is legit. They're actually good. All right, now we're back to the action. You see the players giving each other high fives and stuff. If Italy can beat Wales, get their third win, I mean, that's like that legitimizes, I think, Italian rugby in the world. Are they going to tell me now we're back to Hightower and Corbisiero up in the broadcast? I'm not. Alex Corbisiero, USA capped USA Eagle. He's always so enthusiastic. I almost find it. He's always like his eyes are tiny and he's really excited up there. I don't know. Ever since he retired, he's been the guy who's kind of like always the one half of this broadcast team for the pregame, the halftime, the aftermatch and stuff. But wow, what a match. Again, I would say the Irish forward pack won that match. The defensive stands, the physicality, the way that they managed to keep Scotland out of the try zone over and over again when Scotland was inside their 22. I'd be really interested to see what the statistics say as far as territory and possession, because I feel like it, just from watching the game, seems like it was very even. I would say maybe even Scotland had a little more possession there in the second half. The difference was Ireland just defended and defended and defended and defended so well. Yeah, again, they're talking about how the Irish forward pack stood up today. Agreed 100%. Just so much graft and like just making Scotland make mistakes. Now, okay, they're showing Russell's. So they're replaying the tries in the second half. Finn Russell, again, great show and go. Again, that ball in 2 hands, you keep the uncertainty in the defense, and that allows him to have a little bit of a soft shoulder, a little bit of a gap to run through and finish that try. Yep, great finish from Finn Russell. But then, like right away, like 2-3 minutes later, Ireland get the score. And again, this is that young fella. What was his name? Murray. I don't know if that's a debut for him or what, but comes in as a blood sub for Tag Byrne and ends up scoring a try. Like, what a huge moment. Absolutely huge moment for that kid. He looks like a young fella. He looks happy as heck when he finishes that. Good little inside step. Yeah, wow, well done. Good try for the young fella. Who's the man of the match, though? This is what I'm waiting for. That's what I want to know. I could see O'Brien getting it, especially since he gets that last try of the game. So now, and then again, it's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. There's Rory Darge's try again. I said it when that happened, when that try happens. The handling from the Scottish forwards on that play, absolutely massive. You don't often see on a single phase the ball go through 3 different forwards' hands. The other thing with it, if you, in watching it again, like the Irish finally, like they lost their line speed, and I think that allowed those 3 Scottish forwards. I think it was a lock, and then Rory Darge, the number 7, finishing it. That allows them more time to actually make that extra transfer and to put the defense under that pressure there. So here, they're going to replay again. I think we've got another Irish score coming here in a little bit. No. Okay, no, they're replaying the Scotland stop, and at this point, so this is 21-26 at this point. Scotland make a massive stop. Like that's 17 minutes left in the game. and this is a 5-point game. So again, like the final scoreline, it does not really speak to what this game actually was. And okay, here's the next one. Bundy Key, big first phase. And yeah, just like I drew up on the board, the Irish backs, they're kind of like flowing. They're flowing around the ruck. They're like showing they want to go wide and then come back, step back, fix the first defender, second attacking player. He slides in, runs the unders line. And then the next guy runs an unders line. And yep, you can just see it. You can even see how the Scottish defense, like they're sliding, looking like it's going to be a slide, and they're one man short. And then all of a sudden they change directions and run that unders line. Man through. Yep. Tommy O'Brien, big match. I'll be interested. My thought, I'd say McCluskey would be my pick for man of the match. But Tommy O'Brien with a couple of tries. Yeah, McCluskey, I think, had the assist on this last one too. Like Tui Pelotu doinks it. McCluskey picks it up and goes over the top, and Tommy O'Brien just wins the race to the corner to ice this game. Oh, yeah, Stuart McCluskey, man, he is an absolute monster. He's so big. I'd be interested to see how tall he was. I'd say he's probably 6'3", 6'4". When you are a taller player, he's had at least a second assist of the Six Nations where he's done like an over the top pass. Normally, I yell at players about doing that. But if you are very tall and you are in control and you can actually get it over the defender, there's a time and a place. I would tell most players avoid trying to throw a pass over the top. But in that case, if you're under control, you are a tall player, you've got the reach, you can get it over. Good play by Stuart McCluskey. Are they going to tell me who the man of the match is? Because I'm really, really interested to know who officially gets the call for the man of the match here. A lot of people wrote them off after the France game. Yeah, absolutely. They got smoked by France. So, yeah, Ireland thoroughly beaten by France in game one of the Six Nations. And now they're ahead of them in the standings. France have to win this match against England. It is at home. It's in Paris. But if France don't win, Ireland are Six Nations champs. And you think about that. First game of the tournament, they lost. Even Scotland as well. Scotland lost to Italy, first game of the tournament. And then these two teams are battling to potentially win it here on the last day of the tournament. It just shows the parity in the Six Nations, I think, too. Are they ever going to tell me who the man of the match is here? Wow. I'd really like to know. I would really, really like to know who the man of the match is in this game. But I'm not sure if we're gonna do it. They're just gonna show me Brian Hightower and Alex Corbisiero. Yeah, and they're even talking about this. France hold the destiny in their hands 100%. If France gets this win, they're at home. All they have to do is win. If they beat England, okay, an England team that has struggled, if they beat England, France are Six Nation champs. Flip side, England, really rough run of form. They look great in the first match of the tournament. They played pretty poorly for 3 matches in a row. They've lost 3 in a row. A lot of people calling for Steve Borthwick's head. A lot of people saying what's wrong, blah, 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 blow it all up. We got to do this, that, the other thing. Yeah, so that France-England game is going to be at 3:10 Central Standard Time. So I will be back doing the same thing. Who is that? Who we got there, man of the match? Kalen Doris. Okay, it looks like Kalen Doris got man of the match. All right. I don't disagree. If you're going to talk about how the Irish forward pack won the match, which I've said over and over and over again in the second half and since the match ended, nothing wrong with giving it to the captain, Kalen Doris. He was massive all game. The defense from the Irish forward pack really ultimately won this game. Like the backs scored the tries, but what did he have? 19 tackles. Yeah. 17 carries, 51 meters gained, 7 defenders beaten, 19 tackles. Okay. That's a man of the match performance, especially when your forward pack is essentially the difference maker that won this game. Upon reflection, I'm good with this. I think this is a good man of the match award for Kalen Doris. Like, talk about leading from the front, making a ton of tackles, winning gain line, beating defenders, being a beast to take down an attack. Like, I think this is a good one. It's a journey along the way, plenty more building to do, chasing down the potential that we have. Saw what we're capable of in this tournament. Man, he is being very diplomatic as a champion, as a captain. They're talking. He's saying, "Oh, they got to cheer on England." And he's like, "Yeah, that's a little bit weird." So that is a triple crown for Ireland. They call it the triple crown because they beat all the other home nations. So they beat Wales, they beat Scotland, they beat England. Triple Crown. All right. They've got a nice little shield bowl thing. It's kind of like a bowl, but it's like a flat bowl. I don't know what the Triple Crown, what that award right there is. So yeah, Kalen Doris leading the defense all day for the Irish, 100%. Led the defense, absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on. What a performance from the Irish forward pack, from the captain. Yeah, what, I don't know what you'd call that, the Triple Crown thing. It's a big circular thing that they have for the award. They're passing it around. They give it to the young fella. Yeah, the young fella Murray, man. What a day for that kid. I'm going to check that out after the match if that was his debut, because he is not one I'm familiar with. So, all right. Whew. So Ireland on the top. If England can get by France and Paris, Ireland are going to be Six Nation champs. And that's an Irish team that did not look good in the opener, got beat soundly by France. Honestly, did not look good in the first half against Italy in game 2. They make the fly half change. Their mindset shifts. Their attack opens up. Their defense stiffens. Like, man, that's a really, really timely substitutions, and really, honestly, good on Andy Farrell. I feel bad for Prendergast because they kind of anointed him as he's the fly half of the future. He's the next Johnny Sexton. Just wasn't getting it done. Didn't have a good run of form. Andy Farrell did the right thing by bringing Crawley in, and then Crawley delivered. They end up getting that win over Italy. He sticks with him. I think I got to give credit. That's great coaching. That's great resilience from the Irish team in general. The way their forward pack has played for the last 3 matches of this tournament has really been phenomenal. Again, shout out again to Stuart McCluskey. Between him, Crawley at 10, Stuart McCluskey at 12, they have been absolutely rock solid in those near channels in the back line, and they just have looked so sharp in attack. It's simple. It's a simple game. It's a simple game. It's not always easy, but it is simple. So, all right, I will be back at just after 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to do this France versus England one live. I want to thank you all for being here. Like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully I gave you enough timestamps. So if you're watching this after the fact, you can, I think I disconnected, then reconnected or something. But anyways, I'll be back at just after 3 p.m. England, France, everything to play for. France can win the Six Nations if they beat England at home. England, though, they're up against the ropes. If they can get it together and beat France, Ireland, Six Nation champs. Shout out to the Irish. Congratulations on the big win at home in Dublin. Triple crown for them. They beat all the home nations. Let's see if Ireland's got a root for England now, which is non-traditional, but let's see. Thank you, Coach Dick. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming last weekend to the thing in Madison. That was a bucket of fun. I posted that on the channel as well. So my presentation from last weekend is up on the channel. I haven't put the drills up yet. I've got the presentation itself, but I will add the drill elements on the channel soon. So if you get a chance, like, subscribe, et cetera, but appreciate y'all for being here. I'm loving it and enjoying it. Congrats, Ireland. We'll be back in a few hours. Let's see if France can get it done or if Ireland are going to be Six Nations champs. Go rugby. American rugby. We can do it. We can do it. Get a rugby ball in more kids' hands. Come on, Ireland. Yeah, but dude, Ireland. Go England at this point then, I guess. Thanks for being here, y'all. I'll be back for France versus England here in about 3 hours and change. Take care.